What's up, guys? There's no easy way to say this. The sneaker market is absolutely out of control. Every time I go on GOAT, I go on StockX, I go on Grailed, I just can't believe my eyes at some of these prices. So in today's video, we're going to look at the other side of that and prove that deals can still be had. What I have in front of me is $1,000 worth of recent pickups that prove that deals are still out there and patience is key. For those of you that are new, this is Vintage Kicks Gallery. Alright, I'm going to go through these one by one, tell you what I paid, and tell you kind of what the market value is for them. So let's get all this out of the way and go one by one. Alright guys, let's start with the king of them all, the greatest of all time, the 1985 Air Jordan Chicago. These were 260 bucks. They came in pretty beat up condition. Take a look. But this is what they look like now. So what this shows you is that with a little bit of restoration skills and a lot of time, a little bit of elbow grease, you can really still have a deal. I would say a fair market value for these is almost $1,000 right now. So I'd rather pay $260. What do you guys think? Take a look and let me know what you think. All right, next up we have one of my favorite Dunk SBs, and that is the Gibson. I think these are super underrated. Right now they go for $350 to $450 depending on the size that you need. But I got these in relatively the same condition for 50 bucks. Yeah, that's right. They just popped up. I nailed that buy it now, and a week later I had them in hand. Only thing I did to them was give them a scrub down, but check them out. I mean, I think this is a really dope shoe. The quality's amazing. This pink liner is one of a kind. I mean, what other shoe do you know that looks like this? So you've got the mildness of the brown, you've got the wildness of the pink. It's a good combination, and it's totally Nike SB. This is what they're famous for. And for 50 bucks, come on. That's a deal. All right, next up is one of my, if not my favorite Jordan of all time, and that is the Jordan 3 White Cement. This one's a 1994. So I would argue that this is the cleanest J of all time. I mean, look at this thing. It's absolutely amazing. You have almost a high top. It's a mid, so to say, but you have this really pronounced back collar that's prominent on the 94s and 88s. The quality of this leather is out of this world. I mean, these are really, really good. 94s are the best retros they ever made, by the way. But these came with broken back tabs, and I got them for 100 bucks. Back tab is not a difficult thing to swap. Swapped them. These have a sole swap as well, and now I would say they're worth about 750 bucks. Maybe 500, I don't know. You know, these kind of go depending on the size. This is a pretty uncommon size. We'll call it safe, 500 bucks. I'd rather pay 100. What do you think? And let's take a look at them on feet. Next up, we have the 94 BREDs from our restoration video. These are the ones that I actually caught on fire. So if you haven't seen that video, go ahead and watch it. And whoa, shit. That wasn't supposed to happen. It's the first time that's ever happened to me. But 94s are really going up in price, guys. A 94 Chicago at this point will cost you more than a 1985 for the most part, especially if they have the box. The quality on the 94, absolutely out of this world. The best you're ever gonna find on a retro. They're not the most accurate as far as shape and everything, but they look amazing on feet. Take a look. So these came from Japan, and they came in relatively beat condition, but it wasn't that hard to fix them up. For those of you that have seen the restoration video, besides my, catching them on fire, it was a really easy, painless restoration. I recommend if you're looking for a 94, go for a BRED. The reason being is this leather really ages very nice. It actually ages nicer than the Chicago. It has a really nice sheen to it, and they just look phenomenal on feet. I can't stress that enough. And when you look at the prices of breads in the other years, the 94s are starting to become a bargain, especially when you buy them for sub 150 bucks. All right, next up is our last restoration. If you haven't seen that video, you have to watch it. We did a lot to these. It's really well done. It's my favorite restoration we put out to date. But check them out. 1985. These right now, I think you'd be lucky to find a decent pair for 1,500 bucks at this point. These were, I want to say 154 bucks. Could be wrong about that, but thereabouts. And they came in pretty beat condition. Check it out. But again, it was fun restoring them. If restoration is a hobby, go for it. You can really turn these trash shoes, these abandoned shoes, into treasures. And tell me that doesn't look nice. I've already had these on feet. They're completely wearable. Check it out. And what more can I say? This is one of my favorite shoes in the collection right now, and I paid less than a retro Jordan 1 costs. Come on, let's do it, guys. Go out there, find those deals. Moving right along, we have another dunk, and it's another one from our restorations. This time it's a 2004, and these were dirt cheap. I want to say they were 60 bucks. So what can you guys get for 60 bucks? Not a whole lot, and check these out. I mean, whew, they're in immaculate condition at this point, but when the bones are good, the soles are good, you can really restore just about anything. So these didn't take a whole lot. If you haven't seen the video, go ahead and watch it. Watch all the restoration videos, actually, it'll motivate you. But for me, 60 bucks, that's nothing. I mean, that's the price of a Payless shoe, and you could have a dunk that, number one, you can't even find right now. And if you did, I'll bet you this is an $800 shoe at this point. Maybe not used, but dead stock, good luck finding one for under 800 bucks. I truly believe that. All right, who recognizes this box? Next up, we have a pair of 1994 Chicago ones, and these were under 250 bucks. They came in pretty good condition, and all I had to do was clean them up and whiten the soles. These are actually a gift for my girlfriend, and she's not the biggest fan of ones, but when it comes to Chicago's, who isn't a fan of them? I think these in this condition at this point with the box are probably, again, about an $800 shoe, maybe 750 bucks. And I got it for about a third of that. So patience pays off. All right, guys, that's gonna do it on this one. I hope you learned that patience is key and it's not a race to put together the best sneaker collection overnight. A good collection takes time, and you know, even if you have the money to blow on a really expensive pair of shoes, chances are you'd be much happier finding it for less, putting in the work, and doing what I do, hunting and restoring. So I know it's not for everybody, but for those of you that really do get into it, you're gonna enjoy it, and they're really going to mean more to you in the long run. All right, I'm back on social media, by the way, back on Instagram, and I'm on Twitter now. So I think I have like 3 followers, and hopefully by the end of the week we can hit 10. So holler at me on there. See you next time, guys. Bye.